Yo guys, Josh here, and today is a quick little video, because once again I've been working on other stuff that still is not going according to plan, but whilst filming those videos I discovered some weird things, and you'll see what I mean. So, we all know danger closest, you know, the one GobbleGum. You take 0 explosive damage, and that is 0 explosive damage from any actual weapon or equipment, kind of like, you know, the ray gun, splash damage. So with that being said, explosive damage, it also helps you with splash damage. So like Wunderwaffe, ray gun, it's why I love danger closest and why it's my favorite, because it mimics PhD so much, because 0 explosive damage, no ray gun damage, no equipment damage. This we already know. Now we're gonna discuss some weird obscure things about it that it can protect. I kinda knew the insanity elements that are only on Shadows of Evil, so they explode. So this I kinda thought, oh yeah, that'll work. So it's kind of funny because you literally don't have to do anything during that, because the second time that special round goes, it's gonna be only insanity element, so you can just sit there and boom, just take the hits, yawn, and you're like, oh yeah. So that was pretty funny. You were probably thinking, wait a second, parasites. So for some weird reason, the parasites projectiles count as explosive damage. Now, there is a weird thing about this, and remember, Shadows of Evil and Revelations that parasites are on, every now and again you will take damage. I swear the parasites have like a melee attack or something, because it seems whenever they get within a close range, I take damage even though I have danger closest. But yeah, it's so weird that this is considered explosive damage. So on Shadows of Evil, if you have this, you could literally just sit there, do nothing, because of the insanity elements and parasites. You just say nothing, boom, stuff explode, and you're like, oh yeah, nothing too much. The next one, again, was another weird one, and that is these spiders on Zetsubo and on Revelations. Again, their projectiles are classified as explosive damage. Why is this the case? I literally don't know why. It's weird because I wouldn't have expected that. Again, I was filming something, just so happened to have danger closest. I'm like, they're hitting me, but I'm not taking damage. I'm like, what's going on here? You know, this would be very helpful when you do the mini spider boss for upgrading KT4, because it'll spawn it. Now, remember, the spiders still can melee you, so when they're within like a couple feet, they'll still bite you, and so that'll still take damage, but their projectiles won't do anything. And then now, kind of, this one pretty much probably everybody knows, and that is the Panzer on Der Heisendrach and or Revelations, you know, the electrical tomahawks. Apparently, those are classified as explosive damage. Again, why? They're electrical tomahawks. Like, you would not expect that to be like explosive damage, but apparently it is explosive damage. So it's funny to deal with the Panzer. It makes it so much easier because you could just sit there, aim at the mask as he's throwing. You hit it, nothing's happening. You're tanking the round. You're like, oh yeah. Now we get to the more obscure, really weird ones. So apparently, only on Revelations, the Void Margo skulls. Again, why? Why is this considered explosive damage? Like, I guess they hit you and explode, but I would have expected the skulls to like bite you and stuff. Maybe that sort of damage. No, classified explosive damage. They can fly right in, boom, you sit there, you're like, oh yeah, that tickled a little, and then that's there. Another thing I didn't realize too is you can easily just shoot them. I didn't know this. I don't know why. I guess I was just kind of terrified of skulls floating. I'm like, what in the world's going on here? Then we get to the weirdest classification of quote-unquote explosive damage. On Ascension and or Kino, there is a fire trap. Apparently, danger closest classifies that, or the game classifies those fire traps as explosive damage. When you walk into them with danger closest, like everything else that I just showed, there is no indicator showing taking any damage. Yet, like everything else on the list, you will actually hear your character taking damage if we listen closely. so you'll see the like that. Like, it still makes sounds like you're taking damage, but you're not. So that's kind of interesting. I don't get it, because you would think, oh, the fire traps you take no explosive damage from. Well, believe it or not, the Garod Dragonfire and the Panzer's flamethrower are not considered explosive, as you still take damage from them. That's why it really confused me when I'm like, why am I not taking damage from the fire trap? The Dragon on Grod and the Panzer's fire attack, the flame attack on like Origins, Horizon Drac Revelations, why is that? It can still damage you with Danger Closest. So that's like one of the mysteries. And then the very last thing, which I didn't feel like doing, is during the boss fight on Grod, when you verse Nikolai and he's shooting the, I think, the wraps and the explosives and stuff, Danger Closest actually protects against that, but I would not advise using that, is because he's kind of difficult and it would be easier to use like near-death experience and stuff. In conclusion, is Danger Closest secretly broken and OP? Actually, maybe yes, because that fire trap, now that I think about it, there could be a strategy you could do there. I'm not sure how instantly the zombies die when they get within the fire trap, so you still might be taking like damage by the zombies. But yeah, some of these are interesting kind of things that you could do some kind of strategy for. Parasites, spiders, Panzer. Technically, in my book, Danger Closest is the secret, broken, hidden OP GobbleGum. Does anything else beat Danger Closest? There's only 2 GobbleGums I can think of. Self-medication, near death. They themselves have so many cool tricks, workarounds. There's too much to talk about. But in my conclusion, I think it's Danger Closest is the 3rd best GobbleGum in the game. In my books, would go in like an SS tier, like the top tier to use, because it's so useful taking out Panzers. It's so useful too because I didn't even show every single weapon that does explosive splash damage, equipment that does damage, splash damage, anything you don't take any damage from. I think it is an extremely useful GobbleGum, especially because like it's the ones that you can use forever. That is pretty much every single thing that I tested. Like, I cannot think of anything else. I tested like different zombie types, weird other miscellaneous traps, others miscellaneous zombies and stuff. Couldn't really see anything else. That's about it, ladies and gentlemen. A little quick video. Thanks for watching, and just like always, peace. Video's over, it's done, so I don't know what you. Whoa. What is this? I'm supposed to be saying that? Yeah, I know, but I'm you. Yeah, I know you're me, and I'm also me, and oh, what's happening there, Josh? Are you getting mesmerized or something? Wait a second. That's my word. That's my word. I say that word. Okay, you know what? That's it. It ain't over yet. Door closing. So yeah, video's over. It's done. So yeah, I'm talking about staying here for. So yeah.